Okay, learners, let's go ahead and see how you did as you practice solving word problems about mass. Okay, let's take a look at number one. In number one, we have two boys who have a bag of marbles each. John had a bag that had a mass of 200 grams. Mark had a bag that had a mass of 215 grams. And in the problem, it asked us, what is the mass of the two bags of marbles combined? Combined means put together. So I had to add. To add them, I first lined them up, 200 plus 215, but then I broke them out into their place values to help me with my addition. I found that the answer was 415 grams. If you've missed something, go ahead and pause the video and fix your problem. Okay, number two. Number two is about Brenda and her two dogs. Her first dog is 27 kilograms. Her second dog was 33 kilograms. The question asked us, what is the mass of the two dogs combined? There's that word again, combined. Combined means put together. So I added 27 plus 33. I like to use my place value, so I broke it up into 20 plus 7 and 30 plus 3. When I added the two numbers together, I got 60 kilograms. Okay, let's look at number three. Number three is about Joe shoveling snow. Every time he used the shovel, he lifted about 3 kilograms of snow. Now, he is going to have to lift 80 shovelfuls. So I could have drawn 80 shovelfuls of snow that are 3 kilograms each. But that's an awful lot of drawing, so I don't want to have to do that. So I know that I have 80 groups of 3 kilograms, 80 shovelfuls of 3 kilograms of snow, 80 groups of 3. So 80 times 3. So I kind of broke it up to help me think about that. I know that 80 is the same as 8 times 10. Now, since I know 8 times 3 is 24, then I multiply by 10 to get to 240. So the total mass of snow that Joe shoveled is about 240 kilograms. If you need to pause and find any mistakes and fix yours, this is a good time to do that. Okay, let's look at the back side. Okay, in number 4, we have a house plant. I love plants. This house plant has a mass of 15 kilograms. Barbara decided to buy 3 of them. So she has 3 plants that are each 15 kilograms. The question asks us, what is the mass of all the house plants combined? So I thought there are 2 ways to do this. I can either use addition or I can use multiplication. If I do addition, I know that I have 1, 2, 3 plants. So I have 15 plus 15 plus 15. 15 plus 15 is 30. Then I add another 15 and get 45. Now, addition works when we have just a small amount of numbers, but sometimes it is difficult to do addition if we have a lot of numbers. So I start practicing multiplication even with my smaller numbers. Notice that I have 3 groups of 15 kilograms. I have 3 plants and each one is 15 kilograms. So that's the same as 3 times 15. 3 times 15 is 45. So my answer is that the mass of the houseplants combined is 45 kilograms. Now I wrote 2 equations. I wrote 15 plus 15 plus 15, and I wrote 3 times 15. Okay, number 5. Kara and Ben have lunch boxes. Now, as I was reading this, I noticed that the question said, how much lighter is Kara's lunchbox? When I see the words how much lighter, that tells me that we are comparing our 2 lunchboxes. Kara's is 815 grams. Ben's lunchbox is 900 grams. They are different, and our question is asking us to compare them. When I do comparing problems, I like to draw my diagrams because it helps me to see what's going on. So I drew Kara's lunchbox, 815. Now Ben's lunchbox is 900 grams. 900 is larger than 815, so I drew his bar diagram larger. Now the question is, how much lighter is Kara's lunchbox? So what I'm trying to do is find this little spot right here because Kara's lunchbox is smaller than Ben's, and I want to find out how much smaller it is. So I'm looking for this little space right here. This is Kara's lunchbox. How much more would she need to get to Ben's size of a lunchbox? So there are two ways to do this. There is addition. There's a lot of you out there that like to add on. So you see this as addition. If Kara has 815, she needs to add something to get to 900. If you are adding, you would just count on. So if I was adding, I would start at 815 and then I would add, let's see, I'm going to add 10. Let's see, I'm going to add 50 first. So 815, I'm going to add 50. I got to put a little 50 up there. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'm making a little 50. So that gets me to 865. I'm not close enough yet. So now I'm going to add another 40. Oh, 40 is going to be too much. I'm going to add 30. Okay, 895. And now I have to add 5 more to get to 900. So I ended up adding 50 plus 30 plus 5. So I'm adding 85 to get to 900. Now, some of you prefer to subtract. If you use subtraction, then what you'll do is you'll start with Ben's number, 900, because his is larger. And then I'm going to subtract what Kara has. Kara already has 815. And so when I subtract, I get 85. Now, we do have to do regrouping, and maybe some of us need to practice with our regrouping. So I notice that I have 900 and I'm taking away 815. I can't take 5 from 0. And I can't borrow or regroup this 0. So I have to regroup all the way from the 100 spot. So I'm going to take 100 here. So now it's 800. This 10 is a 0, but now I'm going to put 10 here. And now I can borrow one of my 10s. So now I have 9 10s and make this 10 ones. 10 minus 5 is 5. I know my handwriting's getting small here. 9 minus 8 is, or 90 minus 10 is 80. 8. And 800 take away 800 is 0. So notice, I know it's hard to see, I got an 85 right there. So 85 grams is our answer. Okay, number 6. Now, I purposely did not solve all this yet because I thought we should do this one together. This one got tricky. Mark has 8 packs of pretzels in a paper bag. Each pack of pretzels is 90 grams. The bag is 85 grams. What is the mass of the paper bag with the pretzels in it? Show your work. So I had to really think about this one. After I read it the first time, I realized I needed to start drawing a picture so I could see it in my head. I know Mark has some pretzels, and he's putting his packs of pretzels in a paper bag. So I drew the paper bag. In the paper bag, he has 8 packs of pretzels. So I drew the 8 packs of pretzels. So big paper bag and small pretzel bags. Now, my 8 packs of pretzels, they tell us something about those. Each pack of pretzels is 90 grams. So I'm going to put a little 90 in here just so I can see what's going on. This one was tough. I had to draw it out. Okay, so each pretzel bag is 90 grams. Then they told us that the bag is 85 grams. So this paper bag out here, this paper bag is 85 grams. Then they asked us, what is the mass of the paper bag with the pretzels in it? So they want us to know what is the paper bag plus 8 bags of pretzels. So this is what we call a two-step problem. I have to do 2 steps. The first thing I need to do is figure out how much the 8 bags, what the mass is of the 8 bags of pretzels. And then I have to add the paper bag to it. So my paper bag is 85 grams. I know that. But my 8 bags of pretzels. Now, this bags of is kind of the same as groups of. So that means I'm going to do some multiplication here. So before I can do my addition, I've got to do my multiplication. That's actually a math rule. We have to do multiplication before addition. So I notice that I have 8 bags of, how much is the pretzel bag? It's 90. So I have 8 times 90, right? Because I have 8 groups of pretzels, and the pretzels are 90. So 8 times 90. Now, if it helps, do 8 times, and remember, we can break 90 into 9 times 10. 8 times 9 is 72. 72 times 10 is 720. So our 8 bags of pretzels are 720 grams. Now we've done our multiplication, but we can't forget we do have addition going on over here. So now we have to add the 85. We do multiplication first, then we do our addition. Now, 720 plus 85. I'm going to line that up so that I have my, my place value. I'm kind of running out of space. Let's see, 720 is the same thing as 70 plus 20 plus 0. Then 85 is 80 plus 5. I'm sorry, my handwriting is getting really small. So in my ones place, I have 0 plus 5, and I get a 5. In my tens place, I have 20 and 80. So 2 tens plus 8 tens is 10 tens. So I have 100 there. And 70 plus 0, or sorry, 700 plus 0 hundreds is 700. So I have a 700 plus a 100 plus a 5. So that equals 805. So my total mass is 800 and let's see, 805. And what are we talking about? We can't have naked numbers. I notice that it's grams, so I'm going to go ahead and put a G. So yeah, that's kind of tricky. 2 steps. I had to multiply and then I had to add. Okay, number 7. Number 7, Kathy's cloth grocery sack can hold 16 kilograms without ripping. I drew Kathy's cloth grocery sack and I told myself that this is 16 kilograms, or it can hold 16 kilograms. If I put in more than 16 kilograms, it's going to break. She buys juice, soup, and rice at the store. She's buying 3 things at the store, or at least 3 things. The table shows the mass for one of each item. What is one way she can fill the sack with these items? Show your work. Okay, so before we get started, I've got to look at my table. Juice is 2 kilograms. Soup is 1 kilogram. A bag of rice is 5 kilograms. Okay, I've got to remember what to do with these. I'm going to go back and read it again. Kathy's cloth grocery sack can hold 15 kilograms without ripping. So she can put 15 kilograms of stuff in here. She buys juice, soup, and rice at the store. Okay, so she's going to buy something here. The table shows the mass for one of each item. What is one way she can fill the sack with these items? So we want to put 15 kilograms of groceries in the sack. How could we do that? Let's see. I'm going to make juice look like rectangles. I am going to make my soup look like a circle. And my bag of rice, I am going to do, let's do a sack. Okay, so let's go ahead and plan what's going in here. So if I put a juice in here, that's 2 kilograms. If I put a soup in here, that's 1 kilogram. And if I put a bag of rice, that's 5 kilograms. How much do I have in my bag right now? I have 5, 6, 7, 8. I only have 8 kilograms of groceries. That means I need to put more in my bag. Well, if I have 8, I notice that 8 is half of 16. So I could do 2 juices. So 2 kilograms, 2 kilograms. I could do another can of soup, 1 kilogram, 1 kilogram. And I can do another bag of rice. So if I know that this is 8 and this is 8, 8 plus 8 is 16. This is one way I can fill my bag. Now I want you to try to fill the bag a different way. If you need to, pause the video. There's definitely a lot more than one way to do this. Then come back when you're done. Okay, let's see what another way. What if I put in 1 bag of rice? That's 5. And then I put in 3 cans of soup. What am I at? I'm at 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh, that's another 8. But I notice I don't have any juice yet, so I've got to put some juice in. Let's go ahead and put some juice in. So let's put a juice and a juice and a juice. Okay, what do I have now? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 kilograms. How many more kilograms do I need? 14, 15, 16. I'm going to buy another juice. Now I have 5 plus my 3 plus 2, 4, 6, 8. That equals 16 kilograms. That's another way to do this. Now, there are lots of ways. See if you can find another way to put 16 kilograms in your sack. Okay, that's it for today. I'll see you tomorrow.